I don't know how to send an
I
invite
think.
while in the game.
Hold on, let me. It doesn't show you as online on Steam.
My
But I'll
stream
try.
disconnect, or did it just reconnect?
Your stream's
Stream.
like disconnected. You're offline currently.
That's
I did send a message in the chat.
this pisses me off. Like, are we serious? OBS said they were gonna try to reconnect. It says I'm not. Oh, I'm back. Continuing where I left off. Or, oh, it started over. That's great. Hi. It's so annoying.
Hmm.
I'm annoyed.
It says. It says you're offline on Steam. When you're online again, I can see if I can join through the friends list.
Oh, we might be able to, yeah.
Oh, it's so annoying. Paused it. Oh. Ow. 9. I'm in the game still.
That's so strange.
Oh, is it because I have it so that it's private? I'm gonna kill myself.
No, it's I can't join because you're offline on Steam.
No, I don't have. Huh? No.
Yeah,
it's
you're
not,
currently offline, but also
no,
yeah.
the game when I made it, this lobby is like it's private. It's not one of those where it's like friends can see and join or whatever. I don't know. I'm just sad.
You're online now.
Yeah, server's full. We can't join.
Yeah, I'm sad.
Every time the
every
run
time I
goes
stream,
well.
every time I stream, every time I try to get back into streaming, something happens that just ruins my motivation. Welcome back. Yeah, thanks, Mads. I'm not being sarcastic at you. I know it sounds like I'm being sarcastic. Thank you, but yeah. You know what? I'll finish it. Fine. Where did my coffee alert go? Now I'm just floating.
Oh.
I'm so annoyed. Things were going so well.
Have you tried inviting us?
I cannot
I don't think you can.
Anybody,
yeah, no,
because the way that I've said it is just to have it in private. Well,
that's really annoying.
I'm so pissed off. I'm so pissed off. This fucking sucks. I'm so weak. I'm doing no damage.
Well, on the positive side, I'm quite enjoying Chef. I like cooking people. Wait, maybe I am Hannibal. Maybe I'm Hannibal.
I'm really trying to fight off the depression here, lads. I'm just trying really hard.
I get it. No, it's
Nothing goes according to
so
plan.
valid. No.
Universe hates my ass.
It's okay.
I was like really worried that it was my internet for a second.
No, it's
like
me, apparently.
that checks out.
I
Yeah.
was the one that's gonna get
Fucking curveball.
We pick ourselves up and we move on.
If I stream art and this does it again.
Mm.
No. Might as well try to get that one achievement.
Yeah.
Give me a red item. Oh, hey, glasses. Alright. Oh! Okay. What's this do? Oh, I do like that.
Nice.
Ah. Oh, your little guy, he's so lost without you. Just stood there without a plan. For the shipment.
Trying.
He just stood there. Lost. Confused.
Keep doing him your best.
Ow.
Oh.
You know what? I might as well just be cautious. I might as well just circle around and try to get Chef.
Apparently,
yeah.
there's a mod called Drop-In Multiplayer where you can just drop in and out. Yeah, it allows players to join mid-game and automatically gives them items to help them catch up.
I'm so sad. You guys are still in the stream. People can still hear you, by the way. I don't.
That's yeah.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
know.
Say hello to people. Say hello, gang.
I already have,
What if
but
you
I'll say
just
hello again.
what if
Hello
you just, like,
again. people.
announcers in
Hello.
the stream.
Hello, stream.
Oh my god.
Oh, I could. We're gonna be the table side announcers. Oh, what a great move from Chaos. Surveying the landscape, getting a good eye. Where are they gonna go next? Looks like they're gonna go for those chests down there. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, a Void Cradle. It's a 50% health reduction in return for a Void item. It looks like they're going to take it. Oh, it's the Corrupted Lenses. So for those who don't know, that's a 0.5% chance to instantly kill a non-boss enemy on hit. Are they going to take it? That's the question.
Oh, my glasses! I forgot that's what it
Oh.
takes.
Oh, they took
I'm an
it,
idiot.
but at what cost? Well, with 2 of them, that's now 1% chance.
Immediate regret.
So 1 in every 100 hits is going to kill an enemy. It's good if you got a high fire rate, but not so good if you're a 1-2 punch combo.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Mm.
I'm sure it's fine. More glasses you get, the higher the chance, of course. But it does grow slowly. A few more chests around the place, just picking them up. Oh, nice bungus. And yes, that is the official time. Rusty lockbox down there. Hopefully a red item. Ah, there we go. Bazooka. Okay. Lenses, we could go for 1%, 1.5% chance, or we get stun grenade. Very nice. It's a chance on hit to stun an enemy. And if I remember correctly, there's a 5% chance per stack. For most non-boss enemies.
Oh, hell yeah. Hunt of the red variety.
I think this is the last. Eh. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
nice runic band. Oh, classic blunder from Chaos. Jumping into the frost ball.
Dick.
Well, that Runot's band though, I think their
Oh,
primary
magma
attack-
one.
Definitely their secondary attack trigger. Yeah, there we go. Making good utilization of that frost relic. The thing about the frost relic is as long as you maintain your kill streak, it will always stay there. So it's kind of a self-sustaining item. And it certainly helps to keep the enemies thinned out. That's the thing with this sort of game is you have to worry about the damage you're dealing, but also how that damage carries on to everything else around it. It's all well and good doing single target damage, but with the amount of enemies that there are, That's like killing one enemy in 100. Gotta have a way of spreading it around.
Oh, yellow item.
Oh, we got ourselves the Molten Perforator. That is horrendously good on a high fire rate build. Especially if you can get especially if you can get a 57 leaf clover. Is that two? That's two.
Yep.
Wow. I believe with two of them, Chaos gets, I believe, an extra. Yeah,
many
so
balls.
it's still 3 balls, still 10% chance, but now 600% damage instead of 300%.
They're greatly enjoying this area.
NPR missed their true calling as a sports commentator.
All it takes is having a voice and knowing a lot of trivia and knowing how to fill the time with useless drabble that sounds like an important conversation. Now, Fen remembers they have that meat and they have the slug, which means if they go back around they can get the chef. Cautious slug, that's it.
Ow.
Okay. Oh, better get around cover there. Oh, okay. We're at that stage where we get some bosses spawning around the place, which is why those magma worms spawned. It's actually, I think it's only a fairly small chance for these sorts of creatures to spawn their yellow items on kill. So to get 2 of them is actually pretty fortunate.
Oh, look, it spawned glasses for you.
Got a red chest there. Now the question here is Chaos going to kill the mushrooms? I mean, it looks like they don't really have a choice here with the frost relic. It's going to kill them if they get anywhere near them. But the question is, are they going to risk their life for the red items? Going for a tactical bear there. The bear's actually really good when you have, I think it's sort of anywhere between 5 and 10, something around that. You get around a 42.9% chance with 5 of them, and a 60% chance when you have 10 of them to block any instance of incoming damage. The more bears you get, you end up just hearing that squeaky toy sound quite a lot towards the later end of the run. Oh, a Goobo Jr. Is Ben going to take it? They are. Okay. Where to go from here?
Ah! I'm gonna need you.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh.
You could just use the jumpy thing to get him.
I think Chaos prefers a little bit of hard work. Okay. Any chests around here? Doesn't look like it. The gamble didn't pay off, it seems. tactically dodging those jellyfish.
That'd be real
Okay, I
cute.
was
I
getting
did
one
not
of the
see that.
new items, Chance Doll. Now, Chance Doll, new to the Seekers of the Storm expansion, gives a 40% chance to replace an item from a Shrine of Chance with a different item from a drop pool with higher rarity chances. So, seems as though it essentially serves to increase the rarity of the items you get from Shrines of Chance.
If I could find one.
So it seems it doesn't actually serve to exchange items for higher rarity ones. It seems to just sort of change the distribution, as it were. You now wouldn't get any common items. Well, if you got the 40% chance there, you would get 79% chance of an uncommon, 20% chance of a legendary, and a 1% chance of a yellow item. Or boss item, I should say. Alright, Madrino. Have yourself a good night.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye, Mads.
It's worth noting at this point that I'm experiencing the same stream delay as everyone else as I'm narrating, so Chaos is actually a few seconds ahead of everything I'm saying. It seems that Chaos has decided to go for the Alloy Worship unit. And they seem pretty safe in their chances, taking a nice distance. Doesn't mean they can't get use out of that Frost Relic, but it does kind of get them seemingly out of harm's way. Though at this point, with one big enemy, it's hard to maintain something like Frost Relic. Oh. Doesn't look like... Oh, they scraped it just by the skin of their teeth. I know at later stages, especially if you go around again, something like that, that ability from the Alloy Worship unit does do a number on well. It's almost dead. Getting close. Probably going to go into shield mode again. There we go. Yeah, there we are. But there we are. Chaos has earned that legendary item. All that remains is to see what it is. One for the unstable transmitter, okay. So... you get upon falling below 25% health, the item's holder receives 60% of that max health as a barrier, gains a small aura that teleports and bleeds enemies that enter it. Lasts for 8 seconds. That enemies killed by the aura increase the duration by a second each. Potentially something that can go on for a while, but it only lasts once per stage and regenerates each stage. That actually makes it a lot better than something like Delicate Watch or Paralexia. I personally find that those two are actually quite lackluster as items.
I've
Since
had several
especially-
runs saved with the Paralexia. Thank you very much.
That's true. That is true. Though, in my experience, it's
Ooh.
usually more worth it to pick an item that sort of prevents you from falling behind rather than
Well,
items. Sort of,
Some of us
but
are stupid.
well, I was going to say there are some unfortunate circumstances. You get stuck somewhere, or you get a lot of huge
That
enemies
is
spawning around you.
So many charges of your
But,
ability to Numa belt.
Definitely Delicate Watch, I find, is usually not really worth it.
Pointless, yeah.
Doesn't matter how many stacks you get, as soon as you fall below that threshold, it's all gone. And there are usually a lot of items that give you that kind of damage anyway without that cost. Let's see if I can think of any. I mean, I usually prefer something like Tri-Tip Dagger. Crowbar's a good option. I'd never take it over Lensmaker's Glasses. Most items tend to have more utility than that. And, for example, Focus Crystal. It's the same damage boost, but within the cost is now that it's in distance instead, but as it's permanent. The only risk is getting close to your enemy. Armor piercing rounds is the
I
same
thought
thing
the only
against
risk
monsters.
was of rain.
That's a good one.
I'll see myself out.
Speaking of damage buffs, Chronic Expansion is another new item in this expansion. When you kill an enemy, grants you a buff of 3.5% extra damage for 7 seconds, and it can be stacked up to 10 times. And actually, when you pick up a new one, both the increase in damage and the number of stacks you can get goes up. And also, when you
Where the fuck?
buff.
Ooh.
Where am I?
Where are you? That's a good question. Looks like a new area. Might be one of those new regions that the expansions come up with. I don't think it's related to the Altian Shrine. Seems actually with the what are they called? The parents. Seems like this is sort of an alternative final stage before the moon. We can have a look. Just to finish there, the Chronic Expansion's buff, the damage buff, the timer on it resets when you deal damage, not when you kill an enemy. So as long as you're actually dealing damage to people, like with the Frost Relic for instance, it actually just never goes away. But we'll have a look at
Nice.
if we have a look at environments. It seems we are at Helminth Hatchery. One of the 5 new environments added. Let's see. Yes, it seems like it's an alternative to the usual final stage before the moon. which, if I can remember correctly, is Sky Meadow. That's it. So this is an alternative stage 5. And... Okay. Interesting stage so far. The number of items that Chaos has so far definitely does not seem like they'll be going without. They'll be sort of caught with their pants down, so to speak. It's a British turn of phrase. Okay. Going for the fuel cell. Elusive Antlers is another recent item. I had that when I was playing, before the game really kicked me out. This one periodically drops orbs every 10 seconds. And when you pick them up, you get a 12% buff to your movement speed. Can stack 3 times. Last for 12 seconds. I don't think the duration resets at any time, so it's important to just keep picking them up if you want to stay fast. The number of stacks you can keep increases, and I believe the spawn rate also increases the more of them you get.
I also feel like the orbs that drop do lead you towards chests.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't think that their spawn pattern is random so much.
Let me have a look at the wiki.
I that's just what I feel.
What the hell is this?
Oh,
So
that's the you input patterns to enter a
Right.
secret zone that you can use
Yeah.
to gather artifacts to add different modifiers to the game.
That's none of
Yeah.
my business.
So it seems like, and the orbs appear a short distance away in the direction that the holder is currently facing.
Okay.
So they never spawn behind you, which makes sense because, of course, you want them to spawn in the way that you're running.
Yeah.
That you keep picking them up.
I do need to go to bed.
Okay. Good night, Anna.
Good night. It's been fun playing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, Celeste.
Let's just. I'm used to it. I'm sad that it was you that got kicked out. So
Yeah.
like that. That sucks.
Yeah.
But no, good luck with your run. I hope you win.
Yeah. Sleep well.
Yeah, and I shall see you guys.
Good night, Celeste.
Goodbye.
The fun thing about the grandparents, the parents, and the children, I believe they're called, is that they're all different. They're different stages in the lives of the same race of creatures. I believe they age in reverse. So although the children are the oldest, they're also the least powerful.
Map stressing me out. It's huge.
The glasses. That makes 3 of the corrupted glasses. So 1.5% chance. Honestly, I think in most cases, except for maybe the sniper, the sharpshooter rather, in most cases I think the corrupted lenses are kind of better than the lenses, at least in the long term. I mean, definitely for classes that sort of need a one-shot kill, it's sort of the lenses are better in the duration of most runs. But if you ever decided to go for something infinite, I think it's usually a lot better to just sort of maximize your chances of killing things instantly, rather than sort of taking the risk of taking extra damage. Especially because the later you get on, the more damage everything will be dealing. So your chances of getting wiped out spontaneously gets progressively higher. But that's, of course, heading on in hours into the run, which most people don't do. Certainly if you're playing Commando or Huntress, corrupted lenses are usually best. Multi as well, if you choose his nail gun. Mercenary if you get a few syringes. I think Bandit as well. If you choose shotgun, I think each of their pellets has a chance to proc the corrupted lenses. I think same with the captain. Railgunner, that's it. Not sharpshooter. Sniper. But yeah, on people like engineer, artificer, loader, captain, not captain, railgunner. Usually, I think regular lenses are better. Chests to unlock. Opal is an interesting item. It's sort of like the Tougher Times, but it provides that sort of it's not Tougher Times, sorry, the corrupted version of it, the what's it called again? Safer Spaces, that's it. Except, yeah, instead of it being you block the first instance of damage, you instead just take less damage. Or specifically, your armor increases. The Reaching Fin is another new item. When you hit a grounded enemy knocked vertically into the air, gains 2 stacks of a debuff, where they take 10% increased damage from all sources for each stack inflicted. When hit, debuffed enemies are launched upwards again and lose 1 stack. And it's once you trigger it once, it's put on cooldown for 10 seconds. It's an interesting item. It sort of seems to serve mostly as crowd control, but it's sort of I imagine it's sort of when you're trying to sort of tag team a larger enemy, it's sort of by sending them up, you're sort of giving people a clear shot of them. Of course, that relies on people playing Risk of Rain to be coordinated, which is usually a lot to ask. What with the almost bullet hell-like environment. Needle Tick. It's an interesting choice. Needle Tick is one of those strange items I can never really place. It sort of almost feels like Needle Tick and Tri-Tip Dagger sort of suit the same characters almost, as far as I can see. Because it's both of them are dealing damage to a target, except one of them is sort of over time, and one of them is one bunch of damage after a few seconds. I think the difference between the two, I think Needle Tick deals more damage overall. I think the difference... right, so the collapse goes off after 3 seconds of being applied and deals 400% damage as opposed to 1 stack of bleed, which does 240%. And they both have the same chance of being inflicted on hit. But the difference is that when you hit someone when you inflict bleed on someone, all the new stack, every stack that's already on them has a reset, refresh duration. So the more bleed you actually apply to someone, the longer it goes on, and all of the stacks stay on at the same time. Whereas with the collapse, it after 3 seconds the stack will go off. And that's actually 3 seconds after the first stack is applied, I believe. So actually, theoretically, bleed will deal more damage in the long run, it seems. But especially if you get enough Tri-Tip Daggers, so that you have a decent chance to inflict the bleed. But if you have a low number of stacks, then Needle Tick is usually better. And Okay, it also seems like it's very good for people with low fire rate. Oh yeah, of course, because with low fire rate you wouldn't be applying bleed as often. So it'd be hard to maintain the stacks.
What the fuck?
You alright?
Oh, this looks different.
Seems like you're back at the beginning of the stage. Nighttime though. Just got to stay out of that field, but it looks like the grandfather's dead. Another item from the new expansion, which I'm quite interested in. I mean, there's Sail Star, which I think anyone who's ever picked that up has sort of immediately seen the use of that. Although interestingly, if you get more, okay, so one Sail Star gives you an extra item, and each Sail Star after that gives you a 5% chance to get an extra item on top of that. It's interesting. So, is that a 5% chance for an additional item? Ah, right. So it seems... yes, so it seems that basically the item, every time you get an extra item, the Sail Stars re-roll again. So every time you get, so when you open your chest, you get 2 items out of it guaranteed. But then, when you have another Sail Star, or when you have more Sail Stars than that, you'll actually re-roll and go, okay, you might have a chance of getting 3 items, but then if you get a third, it re-rolls again, and you might have a chance of getting 4 items, and then 5 items, and so on and so forth. So as a result, if you get 255 Sail Stars, you have a 93.7% chance of getting 5 items from your first chest. But yes, as I was going to do the Luminous Shot, it's an item I've been sort of looking at, where when you use a secondary skill, you get a charge, and at 3 or more stacks, you get a buff to your primary damage. When you hit an enemy with the primary skill, you deal 175% total damage. Plus 50% per item stack. So total damage includes all of the additional bits and pieces of your kit. So that includes things like the ATG missile Mark 1, includes things like Kajaro's band, and Runolt's band, ukulele, I believe. Ceremonial dagger, the boomerang, stuff like that. So, seems like a very interesting item. Trying to think of what characters it would work best with. also seems like it seems like okay, so you can stack up to 5 charges. And I think it spends 3 of the charges, so it doesn't spend all of them, only 3. Also, Luminous Shot gives you a 20% skill cooldown for your secondary skill. What characters would it go with? I mean, definitely multi. I mean, because you can interchange your abilities as multi. So, I mean, if you wanted, you could whichever ability you would want to apply the charges to. So, I don't know if you had. Let's see. Yeah, so nail gun, I believe, would wouldn't be very good for as a secondary skill, because I think you'd have to stop shooting and reshoot to get an extra charge. I think the same with power sword. And I think similarly with if it's the primary skill, I think if you were already using it, it seems like it wouldn't trigger until you stopped and then started using it again. So actually multi, perhaps multi isn't so good, or at least multi with power sword and nail gun. Maybe if you gave rebar puncher or scrap launcher. Oh no, of course, right. Sorry, I'm stupid. That's right. So they're all primary, and they interchange. So I'll probably go So rebar puncher. Or scrap launcher is primary, and then your blast canister, yeah. As soon as you use that to charge it up. Okay, yeah, multi would be very good with that. I think railgunner's entirely out. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So Railgunner gets stacks of it through using the scope when they shoot. So actually zooming in doesn't give you a charge, which makes sense, but it does. If you shoot while zoomed in, then you do get this. Then you do get the stack. But you can't actually use the buff except through your usual primary. So unfortunately, you can't snipe people with the luminous shot. Which fortunately seems a bit of a bummer. This item seems like it will work really well with that sort of build. Then again, I suppose the secondary skill cooldown. Maybe use that. Mercenary, I think, is. I think oddly, mercenary is kind of the opposite of what you want, because usually the secondary skill is the finishing move for your combo. If it were like your primary attack charged it up and your secondary consumed the charges, then mercenary would be perfect for it, but unfortunately it's the other way around. Yeah, it's hard to say what characters would be actually good with this item. A lot of the time, secondary skills are on a longer
Just
cooldown.
realized those fucking image is so huge on my screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like blocking out your
I
lines.
did not realize.
I think Commando would work with it.
There it is. Pop, pop.
Ba ba ba. Meow meow. Hmm. Yeah, I think.
Oh no, the
Ooh.
crab.
Oh, you know, I think Bandit is quite good with this. Because they can just throw out their secondary quite often. You know, Huntress, the secondary skill animation is quite long. Commando isn't so long. Yeah. I think it's possibly built into the design of the item that they don't want you to activate it sort of constantly, sort of never-endingly. So that's why they decided to have it charge on secondary skills. But still, it seems like with it dealing total damage, it seems like you would want the primary attack to be something punchy. That makes me think of... Honestly, that makes me think of Bandit as the main option. Possibly Captain. Have you got Chef whilst I was talking? Whilst I was yapping?
Void.
I think that there's honestly, I think Risk of Rain 2 is... It's one of the greats, I think, of roguelikes. In the sense that it's remarkably well balanced. Particularly within the span of most games you'd play. I mean, the longer the games go on, you know, the more extreme things get. So you could never really expect the game to run well forever, but it's a bit like Balatro in that sense, where it sort of just goes to Naninth once you get a high enough score. I believe the dev for that said that they would never intend on changing that either, just because of how, I guess, how iconic it is. But also because I think there's a kind of recognition with a lot of games like these that the idea of a run that goes infinitely is always better than the actual execution of that. Because there will inevitably come a point where you just kind of get bored and you want to quit. But then you realise you've been spending 5-6 hours on the same run. You're thirsty, you're hungry, you want to sleep. And your eyes have turned dry. So it's usually just kind of not worth it to go for runs that long. So I think having something like a Nanith or an enemy so extreme that you get hit once and you die no matter what, sort of not by design, but just through because the numbers have gotten so extreme that there's just no way around it. Then it's a nice natural barrier to end a run. And it's right in the sort of
where the fuck? Ow.
Maybe it's in that bubble over there behind you.
It's inside, but I don't know how far.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's at the bottom there.
Where is it?
That is strange. It says it's in there, but is it in that? Oh wait, is it in that? If you go back in there, there's a sort of fountain in one corner. Oh, it's weird. No, it's not in there. Maybe it is. On the stairs, maybe. Oh, it's like right. Oh. That's so strange. Maybe it's clipped into the floor or something. But yeah, Risk of Rain 2 is one of those really well balanced games, I find. Good array of items, which can be synergized together with whatever character you're playing. Reminds me also of a new roguelike that's come out called The King is Watching, which I find really fun for similar reasons. It's seemingly floating in the air. That's so strange. I don't think there's any way of getting through that. Try just walking like exactly where it should be. Probably worth just doing the teleporter at this point. Although you still gotta go get the chef. Chef. Nice. Have you done your stacks? Suppose you don't need to at this point.
What? I mean, I might. I might die. Can I do the teleporter while the void's still there?
Yeah. Pretty sure you can. I think the Void Seed is entirely optional. Very funny that you've only got your first razor wire recently.
Huh?
Scavenger? Oh. Very nice. So you'll get a lot of items, actually. 3 extra jumps. Seems the game remembers that there's supposed to be 3 people playing. Even if it doesn't want to let us in. Very nice. Oh, you got a lore book there. And that's 6 lost years lambs. That's a 3% chance now on hit. And your hits now explode with the Brilliant Behemoth, which means I think it's 3% chance of anything hit in the explosion range. How long do you reckon you're going to keep this going? Gonna obliterate?
I'm gonna obliterate, yeah. Even though I wonder if I could just fly up to Mithrin. Mithrix.
I mean, it's entirely possible you could kill Mithrix pretty quickly. Oh, very dangerous series of enemies there. These gunners are tough to deal with. But not as tough as the flying rats, which are, as most Risk of Rain players know, just the worst. They are honestly, I mean, they sort of hold the game back, I think, in their current design, as well as the usual rats. I know what they were going from with the walking rats, gerbils. I don't know. That their whole point is to sort of, because they bounce around, that they're hard to hit for people that sort of require that pinpoint shot, which does make the game more difficult, but it's sort of, the game's already having you run around, it's having you, you know,
Yeah, bit of
there's an
almost
inherent
impossible if you're a
inaccuracy.
melee.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, because they're not only bouncing around, but they're also sort of running circles around you if you're in melee. So it just ends up being more punishing than it's worth, really. It's difficult enough to sort of dodge and weave around all the projectiles, try to stay alive, but then you're introducing an enemy that's now like just really hard to hit anyway. And then with the flying rats, you know, they're enemies that will fly directly above you, and of course this is a game where you can't look directly above you.
Yeah.
You can only look to sort of an angle of 80 degrees or something. And then on top of that, they also bounce around and dodge. And also their attacks aren't like the wisps. The wisps are a sort of hit scan. So they're like pretty instant. But then these rats, they shoot projectiles. It's just that those projectiles happen to be so fast, they may as well be hit scan. I've heard generally that the weakness of these rats is to be above them or on the same level, but of course,
Even
especially
then they're
early
flying
into a
side
run.
by side, side to side. Like,
Yeah,
Artificer having to deal with them is still a pain.
yeah.
Worst enemy,
Yeah.
honestly. There's so many others that I would have preferred. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want my opinion.
The weird thing is that the mercenary is very good at taking care of them, because even though they sort of bounce around, it's still sort of inside the YR of the mercenary's melee attacks. But even then, it's like they also, the sort of even larger problem, arguably, is that they deal so much damage with each attack. And for a character like the mercenary, it means that you can't really go toe to toe with the flying rats, because they usually spawn in groups, and usually they'll sort of attack in sync, which means that if you get anywhere near them when they're
I
firing,
think I'm just gonna start it.
then you just die instantly. Even if you're early map and even on low difficulties.
What the?
Oh, wow. That's the power of a late game build. I remember ages ago playing the loader, and I'd get the when I'd get things like the Runel's bands and Runel Kajaro's bands, and I'd get a crap ton of movement items, zooming around the place, and grapple in, and
I wish I had
I'd use my
Aegis.
shift ability to sort of thrust into an enemy boss and kill them in one hit. That was really good. Aegis is a great item, actually. It sort of ties in, actually, with a number of items like Corkscrew and the blue item. Blue items are
Oh,
they're an interesting bunch.
is that it?
Um,
Kill? No, right?
I believe if there's a white, there's a white portal. Should be there. You go.
Is
Go
this
into that.
Obliterate?
The celestial portal. Yeah.
That's so long. I have 7 fireworks.
Wow. That's a lot. Yeah, blue items typically shy away from them. They do have their uses. I mean, shaped glass is a risky but sort of very high reward item by increasing your base damage. Sort of has the problem that you really do need to have a lot of health to sort of
We did it, gang.
sort of make up for that. There we are. Time to obliterate.
Whew. Monster log child.
Children. Clear mind.
Fuck, you had
Got a
like
new
all
seeker
just
ability.
red items by the end.
3 afterburners. Yeah, oh my god. All my items. Oh. I have 4 benthic
Boy.
blooms. Chef.
Boy.
Would have been nice to continue on like that.
Piercing
But yeah.
Yes. Once I hit 3 characters, I can tranquility and barrier.
Oh, interesting.
But this doesn't have revive anymore. I like reviving people though.
Hmm.
Like it's stronger, but I can't revive.
That is...
And this also doesn't heal me. So I do like Unseen Hand better, even though...
So let's see, so that's Soul Spiral you're looking at the moment?
Palm Blast is the one that's like... The new one that I got.
Well, it... Okay,
I feel like
so...
the new... These 3 alternate ones are for like melee fighting. Which I don't really do. So I do prefer
So the
like
orbs...
what they have originally.
Right, so the orbs... Right.
Yeah, the orbs
The
grant
orbs
like
stay...
a temporary...
They stay present.
Yeah, but
So when
like,
you...
they don't heal though.
They
You
don't
need
heal,
to go, you need to go in melee.
but it's the sort of...
And Seeker's not really tanky. So it's gonna be like surviving with that is going to be different. Like you have to have Palm Blast, I'm pretty sure, just so you can heal this. But you won't be able to revive people anymore.
Yeah. I think the so Unseen Hand is 3.5% damage dealt. And then an extra 4% with the Tranquility. And then Soul Spiral is a barrier of 3% of base HP. plus 1% per stack.
That's too
So I
many
think
numbers. I don't understand. I am I'm but a fool.
so. I think Soul Spiral. I think it deals more damage. Especially because when you get, yeah, when you get, when you get 6 orbs, which is the maximum, you deal more damage with each of them. But yeah, and then you have, what was it, Palm Blast. So, successful multi-hits grant 1 stack of tranquility and 20% of the Seeker's maximum HP as a barrier. Maximum HP. That's quite good. Okay. Hitting a boss will instantly grant a stack of tranquility even if no other characters are hit. Can be charged for a time or fired sooner. Charge can be held infinitely. While charging, Seeker falls slower, like the Artificer's Hover. It's interesting. And then with each stack of tranquility, it gets bigger, goes faster, deals 250% more damage on hit, and applies more healing.
I'm gonna end the stream.
Alright. Okay.
For joining. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I should kick you out.
Nah, it's fine. It was nice being a commentator.
Yeah. I don't know why my power went out. I don't know if that's gonna be a thing that's gonna happen again, but it is what it
Hopefully
is.
not.
We shall see how things fare when I stream art. Twitch is asking me to update my tax info. I'm too lazy. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but it's not today. Yeah, the art stream is tomorrow. I'm not sure about the time because I woke up really late today.
Hmm.
Could try to find someone to stream. To stream? To raid. Don't know if anyone's doing anything in particular. Nah, I'm just ending. I don't want to raid anybody. Goodbye, goodbye. Thank you, thank you.
Bye.